Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jerry and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. Well, the Super Bowl was something else, wasn't it? The Kansas City, it was a boring game. I watched the game. It was a boring game at first, but let's face it, it wasn't boring at the end. Overtime, the second time in Super Bowl history that it was an overtime. The Chiefs won 25-22, and, you go back and you review that game and you think to yourself, the missed extra point changed everything. And then the two turnovers by the 49ers were much more devastating than the ones by the Kansas City Chiefs, because the one was down near the 10-yard line. They would have at least scored 3 points. And then, of course, the fumble on the punt, just a disaster, led to a touchdown. 49ers are going to just be sick for a long time about that game. I mean, I knew that Patrick Mahomes was going to tie up the game to send it in overtime or win it, and I knew he was going to win it in that last drive. I mean, you just know it. Some things. Taylor Swift, of course, was there, and Taylor Swift was on all her glory. She had some pals there. What is it called? Ginger Spice. She had also Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' girlfriend, or wife, excuse me, and partied it up. Kelsey and Reed. They say that it's all okay, but boy, that was a bad look for Kelsey. It's okay now because they won. If they had lost the game, that would have been bad. Patrick Mahomes won his third most valuable player award. It was the first time the Chiefs, by the way, a team won back-to-back Super Bowls in 20 years. They want to go for 3. And some other things. Greenlaw, running on the field, blows out his Achilles heel. That was devastating. I'm telling you right now, Greenlaw, that doesn't happen to him. I don't think the Chiefs have as good as they win that game. I don't think they win the game. Jason Kelsey, he had a good time in Las Vegas, didn't he? The brother. He apparently gambled. He went to an Adele concert, interrupted it by yelling Eagles. Then we had, of course, the controversy over the Black national anthem that was played, followed by Post Malone doing a great America the Beautiful. And then, of course, we had Reba McEntire, who killed the national anthem. Halftime show, Usher. I don't get it. All the crazy stuff that they do. I mean, by the way, I like Usher. Just play your music. But these theatrics that they do, I don't get it. Last but not least, the Super Bowl ads. Nothing crazy. Few comments. That Temu or whatever, that is a Chinese cheap Amazon, my wife reports to me. I mean, that is some scary stuff there. Boy, how much money did they spend on that audience? Crazy. My favorite ad was the dunking ad. The dunking ad. Tom Brady, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon in their outfits, the boy band. It was funny. It was funny. All right. Lloyd Austin, they reported this, had to go to the hospital to a bladder issue. He's now in critical care. Folks, Lloyd Austin's not long for this world, in my opinion. Bubonic plague has been detected in Oregon. Here we go. Now, by the way, the bubonic plague is some serious stuff. You get it, you're dead. Trump had her big rally in South Carolina. Nikki Haley's home state brought the roof down, made a controversial comment about Russia and NATO. But, he doesn't mean it literally. Cattle prices are going to keep going up because there's a cattle shortage. Helicopter crash. This guy right here, a banker, and I think it was his son, the pilots and a Nigerian banker crashed on a highway in California, and they were all deceased. 86% of Americans think that Biden is an old goat. I guess 14% don't think so. Who the hell are they? It's crazy. Joe Biden has got full-blown dementia, and it's scary as hell. New York Times has even turned against him. You see, it's like a bridge too far. Not only that, they don't want to lose to Trump, so you're going to have this huge contingency of Democrats wanting to push him away because they know Biden's going to lose. Jamie Dimon is saying that this national debt is going to hit us hard. No kidding. Tucker, based upon his interview with Putin, says that there's no way Russia's giving up Crimea. It's not going to happen. My guess is it's not going to happen, and he gives up that part of Ukraine that he really wanted. Jeff Bezos, pictured right here. He and Elon Musk are going at it, as always, on AI. Who do you think's going to win? All right, the Marines, God bless them. 5 Marines died in a military helicopter crash, also in California. Sad, sad, sad. All right, hydrogen. A huge hydrogen reservoir was discovered underneath an Albanian mine. I wish it was discovered here in the United States. Let's hope we can control that. And United States Marshals served a subpoena on Fannie Willis, the prosecutor from down in Georgia trying to get Trump. And this all stems from her ignoring the congressional subpoenas. A Chinese firm allegedly paid this guy, Hunter Biden, $100,000 a month. For doing what exactly? A Chinese spy was busted for stealing our nuclear secrets for his country. Scary stuff, folks. China has completely infiltrated our country. Thank you, Barack Obama. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Local News. Well, after a 3 to 4 week trial down in federal court in front of Judge Bunning, a jury trial, Kendall Hansen was found not guilty of 9 charges relative to his prescription pain medicine given out, so to speak. Now, I want to comment about this, okay? The fact that Kendall Hansen was found not guilty by a jury does not change who Kendall Hansen is. The best example you need to always remember that's parallel to this is O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson was found not guilty of murdering 2 people. Okay, he's found not guilty. But then in civil litigation, he had to give a deposition, he had to testify, and he was found culpable. Okay? So keep that in mind. I had somebody at the trial the whole time watching it, relating to what was going on, so forth and so on. And it was pretty clear that the presentation of the defense relative through his attorney was better than the USA attorney. However, you never know on a jury, especially like this, out of all those jurors, somebody connected to a family member or a friend or even themselves struggling with this whole pain medication, getting it from doctors, not getting it from a doctor's issue. The other thing I want all of you to know, that if you were a patient of Dr. Hansen, we'd still like to talk to you. We now have a laundry list of all those people that were referenced as being mistreated by him from the trial, and the laundry list of employees, former employees, and witnesses that were called by the prosecution and Kendall Hansen. So we've got all that information, and we've got lots of claims against him in a civil matter. It's actually the best thing that could happen to all these plaintiffs. Why? Chances are that if you are convicted of a crime, it could void your insurance policy. Not good. So therefore, it's all going to be okay for all these civil claims. The fact that he was found not guilty doesn't change the facts of what he did and everything about it. He's a very dangerous man. Swanky man. He's as swanky as they come. All right, in long crime, a former priest, pictured right here, not a former priest candidate, wanted to be a priest. Broderick Witt, 28, busted with child porn. Sicko. Coreyville shooting over the weekend. Somebody has been killed, shot, caused a crash. Northern Kentucky man, attempted murder. This Carrick Turner guy, what a character. You can see he obviously decided to go, I'm going to go wild, crazy Jack Nicholson with my mugshot. All right, nightclub shooting. Another nightclub shooting outside over in Cincinnati. Why would you go downtown on a weekend? The Marymount teen apparently has Asperger's, lots of other problems, mental issues. So explains maybe a lot. A Kentucky man has been charged with selling fictitious luxury cars. Hussein Quazan. Two Kentucky women pictured here, God love them, went on a cruise, got drugged, and got raped. And they're warning everybody about it. Admire their bravery for coming forward. And this guy right here, this dad, beat the hell out of his kids, Sean Dewberry, two of them, ages 6 and 4. Why? They disrupted his video game playing. Sad state of affairs. In local news, Boone County bus drivers are burned out, overtaxed, not enough of them. Of course, this was an issue going into the year. It hasn't been solved. In Kentucky news, Rand Paul was very critical of the border bill that Mitch McConnell wrote. It says that Bashir or any Democrat could probably beat him. Also from Rand Paul, interesting, in Louisville Chamber of Commerce, he says the United States is better than ever and cited all these liberal freaking reasons. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, what state are you living in? What country are you living in? You see, remember, Rand Paul never mentions Trump. Never. He's a conservative, but he isn't MAGA. This is a Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.
Hello again, this is Eric Deters World News. I'm Jamie Spindley. Today's headlines. Taiwan's defense ministry reported the detection of 8 Chinese balloons crossing the Taiwan Strait in the past 24 hours, with 5 breaching Taiwan airspace. Taiwan has constantly raised concern about the threat to aviation safety posed by these balloons, which it sees as a form of psychological warfare. Iceland's recent volcanic eruption concluded on Saturday, leaving behind a path of destruction, particularly to roads and pipelines. The incident disrupted hot water access to parts of the peninsula. Whilst the eruption has ended, the aftermath underscores the impact on local infrastructure and communities. In other news, Finland's voters are deciding between centre-right candidate Alexander Stubb and Green Party member Pekka Avista. The election outcome holds significant as the winner will navigate new challenges, particularly regarding relations with Russia following Finland's NATO membership last year. And Greater Manchester, England police responded to a reported rape in Newbold over the weekend, leading to the arrest of 4 suspects aged 12, 13, 14 and 15. Unbelievable. The victim is receiving support from specialist officers whilst investigation continues. That's the latest headlines from the news desk. Until tomorrow, cheerio.
Ladies and gentlemen, American cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to Sports Without Boundaries. Well, of course, the big news, the Super Bowl. I've done a completely separate show about the Super Bowl video clip. You can watch it. Chiefs 25, 49ers 22. Yes, Taylor Swift made it. Kelsey bumps into Reed. Mahomes is the MVP. First back-to-back in 20 years. 49ers blew it. Greenlaw had his Achilles. There was a streaker. Lots of good stuff. All right, DeMarcus Lawrence says the Dallas Cowboys were worn out and lost their legs. What? Are you kidding me? Sorry, DeMarcus Lawrence. That's bad, bad, bad. UK lost to Gonzaga 89-85 at home. John Calipari's team loses another game. 3 at home, first time since like 1960s. UC lost to Houston 67-62. Creighton beat Xavier. The Reds ended arbitration with Jonathan Indy by giving him a 2-year deal. And Chip Kelly has bolted the head coaching position at UCLA to be the offensive coordinator at Ohio State. Wow. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, American cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Pop Culture. Well, some Chernobyl wolves, apparently, they don't get cancer. Gonna try to figure out why. Kind of weird. All right, the best commercial of the Super Bowl was the Dunk Kings. Matt Damon, Tom Brady, Ben Affleck, funny, good old stuff. Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan. Michael Jordan's son apparently have broken up after a year. I'm sure Scotty and Michael are both happy. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for 2024 is announced. Headlined by Ozzy Osbourne, Foreigner, Cher, Dave Matthews Band. I tell you right now, folks, it's just not the same anymore. By the way, Foreigner, hell yes. But it's like some of these Hall of Fame, Foreigner, absolutely yes. Billy Ray Cyrus and Tish Cyrus got divorced a long time ago. And it turns out that Tish Cyrus says the reason why is she had a hall pass for some dude, and it turned into love. The rule, no hall passes. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.